Matilda House is the only remaining historical bungalow in Punggol. Located off Punggol Road, the house was originally built in 1902 by Alexander Cashin, whose family history in Singapore can be traced back to the early 1840s. The building was a sprawling, single-story, six-bedroomed bungalow that had attached servants' quarters, stables, and was set in orchards, which had mangosteen, durian, and rambutan trees. The tropical style of the building is accentuated through its architectural features, such as open verandas, raised floors, and the use of timber-framed lattices and louvres to permit cross-ventilation. It has entrances on two sides of the main building, an open balcony at the front facade, and a long veranda for the enjoyment of the coastal breezes and extensive views. There were manicured lawns, tropical blooms, and clipped hedges that lay to the front, and tennis courts on the side. A long staircase ran down the garden over several levels to the sandy beach, a mere 200 meters away. The Cashin family also owned about 350 hectares of land in the area on which there were rubber and coconut plantations. The residence was used to film the BBC television serial Tenko in the 1980s, dramatizing the experiences of European women interned by the Japanese militia following the invasion of Singapore in World War II. According to the late Howard Cashin, the house was named Matilda after his paternal grandmother and built by his father, Alexander Cashin, as a present for his wife. Alexander's grandfather, Vincent Cashin, was a police inspector between 1800 and 1850 in Malta. He had 4 sons: Carlos, Joseph, Manuel, Nelson, and an adopted daughter, Bellamina, who was Chinese. His father, Joseph William Cashin, came to Singapore with the East India Company, a lawyer's clerk and employee of Edwin Cowick, who would go on to become the first Eurasian millionaire in Singapore. Joseph William Cashin was the managing director of the opium and liquor farms of Singapore, then legal in the 1880s, further accumulating his wealth in land speculation. His town residence was at No. 3 Geylang Road, and he also owned properties in Serangoon, Hague Road and Grange Roads, as well as a string of shop houses. Sophie Marie Clark was the daughter of Bellarmine Cashin and James Clark from Framlingham, Suffolk. In 1859, the family left for Liverpool on the Ravenscraig. Clark died off the coast of Sumatra, and his widow returned with the children to Singapore. Sophie was the youngest of the children. She married twice, the first to Arthur Merrills, and second to Alexander John Phipps, my third great-grandfather, who was previously married to Virginia Eleanora Phipps. The ownership of Matilda House was later passed on to Howard Cashin, where he resided in together with his wife and children after returning from England, where he studied law in 1953. In the 1960s, the ownership was then further passed on to his brother, Joseph Cashin, where Joseph lived in along with his sister and their mother. Abandoned in the 1980s, it notoriously became a haunted house and urban legend. Matilda House was gazetted on 21 February 2000 for conservation. It is currently part of a new residential condominium complex, a treasure trove, which was completed in 2015. The facade and interior are restored and has been converted into a clubhouse.